I'm going to upload after in YouTube. It's not stress that kills us. It's our reaction to it. So to some people, they go to stress, they do better. Some people, they cannot do anything on stress. So sometimes people say, diamond is nothing but charcoal under stress. Okay, so how to cope this stress? Stress can be good for you if we know how to use it very well. Okay, so I'm going to share that afterwards on that. Okay, somebody wrote that I really love this song. Okay, fantastic. Same to me. Okay, so now calmness is the cradle of power. Calmness is the cradle of power. You see, when you have stress, you are positive. When you have good stress, you are positive. When you have bad stress, you become negative. But when you are calm, you can weigh both of that. The word calm for me is C-A-L-M, connected to Almighty. A-L-M is Almighty. And where is this Almighty? It's an energy that resides in everything. In every creation, there is an energy from the Almighty. So if the creation is in every energy, in every molecules, why shouldn't that energy be in hers also? So what we meant by calm is you must be connected to the Almighty energy in hers, the high spirit we call it. So there are a lot of ways to do that. Okay, calmness is the cradle of power. And when you're calm, you can handle both stress, eustress and distress. Eustress is enthusiastic stress. You accepted that and you're going through the stress. You are calmly and handling it. Distress is you don't want the stress and you have to cope the stress. But if you have to be calm on this part, you can handle both. Okay, so calmness is the cradle of power. Now, this is a very course that I did for corporate before. And this course, I call it Thrive Under Stress or Trust. How to thrive under stress. And when I gave this training, it was a 2-day program. First day program, I focused on what creates for us all this stress. Second day, I gave them solution how to handle it. A lot of techniques to do with that. It's a 2-day program. So I'm trying to squeeze in 2-day program into 1-2 hours. Okay, so this 2-day program, I used to charge a lot for the corporate companies. Today, I'm giving to you all free. So accept that with a lot of gratitude. The gratitude shouldn't go to me, to the creator of all creation, who gave me the chance to share this with you all. Okay, so this gratitude should go to your creator and the creator of all creation. So the objective of this course is, number one, create a foundation on which to build resistance. You must have a foundation to build resistance. Today we are going on a very fast moving world. When I created this program was in 2011. My first program I did in 2011. At that time I told the world is going so fast and changes are happening, and change is the most inevitable thing. T.S. Eliot, UK or British poet said once, change is inevitable, but growth is an option. Change is inevitable, but growth is an option. A lot of changes are happening around us. It's inevitable. But to grow or to die or to do something about it is our choice. How we exercise the choice is very important. So remember, change is inevitable, but growth is an option. And to change and to go with that growth, you must have a powerful resilience and resistance. Okay. Now, establish a state of mind that makes you feel in control under pressure. So you have to go through the pressure. Like if you are going for some quotas, if you are going for some challenges, and here in our business, if you are going for your ranking, the ranking will definitely give you a lot of challenges. If you are very far from that rank that you want, then if you want to go for that, there is going to be stress. Okay, whether you want to go with the stress or you don't want to go to stress. So that stress is that decides your success. So how are you going to cope with that pressure? How to use your mind. So I'm going to share with that how to use the power of your mind, okay? And to feel in control even under pressure. Next is see solutions where others see problems. Now during this COVID-19, it's very easy to become negative. It's very easy to let this pressure to come on us. It's very easy to be pressed on. And you can be depressed. Okay, and then you don't have to impress. The word impress means I am pressed. If I try to impress someone to get something out of life, if I try to impress myself, then I am impressed always, because I have to put up a face that I don't like to show. Okay, but if I am not depressed, I'm expressing always, I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to share on that with you also how to do that. Okay. All right. So now I like y'all are listening. Next is create the work-life balance you need to thrive. Today, 2020, 99.9% of our life, we work from the home. I'm working from the home. And I do better if I'm at home. The moment I go out of the house, I feel I'm not performing better. Why? Because I am stuck in the traffic light. I'm limited by meetings and so many things. But 2020 made me realize when I work from home, I'm better. But working from home is also a challenge now for many people because you don't know how to balance yourself. Because you have to have a lot of discipline to do that. So how to bring that discipline? Okay, how to cope with the stress? So this is what we are going to share today, and this is my objective also today. But today, thank God, we have something. In 2011, when I started this program, we didn't have Superlife. Maybe at that time, I would have also proposed Superlife to all those people. Okay, today we have Superlife. So pat on your back, say, congratulations, you have Superlife. Just pat on your back like this, guys. That's a way where you congratulate yourself, okay? Don't just clap for others, you must always clap for your soul, because the soul chose you to be here to do this business. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with all the other people outside. Now, I'm going to share with you a video on the stress part. Okay, just go through this, just listen to this, and this I'm bringing a specialist to talk about that. Okay, and I'll stop here and then to share with you all.
Fish are remarkable creatures. They are acutely aware. Fish are remarkable creatures. They are acutely aware of their surroundings. They can smell predators from miles away. They know the availability of food or potential mates. And yet there's one thing fish are not aware of. What's that? They're in water, right. So I think there are certain similarities between fish and us people. I think human beings also don't notice some of the important things that entail our lives. And I want to talk to you about two of those things. One is a good life is a busy life. And the second is levels of stress, even dangerous levels of stress, are acceptable and they are normal. So our lives are getting more busy than ever. And part of this we like, right? We feel productive. We sort of like the frantic pace as well. There's never a dull moment, and we like that about it. But there are, as a psychologist, I can see a different side to the same coin, which is stress, and even unhealthy amounts of stress that are becoming normal for us today. So let's do a little experiment. Can I have some house lights on as well? So let me see you. Okay, let me ask you some questions. Yes, there you are. So the first one is raise your hand if this applies to you. Are you affected by burnout either personally or by someone else close to you? Who among you? Ah, that's a fair amount. Okay, so next question. Does stress have a negative impact on one of the following things, right? Sleep. Who among you? Wow, that's a lot. Okay, diet. Okay. Amount of exercise that you have. Okay. And the amount of spare time that you have in your life. Okay, that's most of you, basically. So the next one, the million-dollar question. Who among you would think that they would be a happier person if they'd only be less busy or less stressed in life? Okay, wow. That's a lot of you. So let us look at another sort of point in this one. And let me walk you through these figures. I think you might know them. These are burnout symptoms in the Netherlands, from the Central Bureau of Statistics in 2016. They're split by age groups and by sex as well. So you have the light blue, those are the males, and dark blue are the females. And I apologize that they are in Dutch, but there you can see the age groups is 15 to 25, 25 to 35, etc. Right? So what you see here, And I can try to have, yes, okay. So one of the first things to notice is that apart from pensioners and, well, high school students and sort of college students as well, the amount of burnout is about 15%. This is lifetime prevalence. And another thing to notice is that 25 to 35 years old, there's significantly more burnout. So this is a problem. And this is a problem if you think that most people don't really even get to the stage of burnout, but are stressed in their lives and for years and years and years, right? So a couple of the different things that are associated with stress are a weaker immune system, obesity and other diet-related problems, even some forms of cancer, some types of cancer, and even in some studies, premature death. So serious, serious stuff. So there are a couple of things. Well, for me, the question is why, right? I'm a psychologist, I like to investigate stuff, so why are we at this frantic pace? Well, it turns out it's not one thing, it's multiple things, it's a lot of things. So let's start by our jobs. It's one of the most obvious places to look for work-related stress. So our jobs are getting more and more complicated. We work more overtime than ever. We spend an average of 2+ hours emailing every day, often on top of a regular workload, and the boundaries between our working hours and our spare time are crumbling because we can access our email and our stuff from home, right? So that's our job. Then our daily lives are getting more and more frantic as well. So we suffer from FOMO, which I'm sure you know FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, which means that we put all kinds of different activities and we try to put it in a limited space of our day, which means that we live on a frantic pace and that we sort of lack the opportunity to relax in between as well. Well, to add insult to injury, as the previous speaker talked about as well, we are addicted to these things, which take up every spare moment that we do have. So that's bad stuff. And also, between our ears, we get busier as well. So there's psychological elements at play. For example, the expectations that we have about ourselves. So we need ourselves to be attractive, fit, healthy, financially successful, socially successful, and happy all of the time, every day, right? Or else we feel like losers. So that's a bad thing. So our expectations are really playing on us as well. So let's take a step back and look at what stress really is, because we're talking about this for a little bit. So yeah, stress, by textbook definition, is an involuntary physical and psychological response to a stressor. So a couple of things to notice here. It's something you don't choose to be stressed, you just get stressed. It's something that happens in your body, and it's something that happens in your head, right? And it's always a response to a certain stressor. Well, what could be stressors? Well, these things. So health concerns, family conflicts, doing a TED Talk, basically speaking in public is, well, it's up there with the most stressful things, according to some people. Demanding social lives, work-related stressors, and everything it entails, right? It's deadlines, difficult conversation with clients or customers, it's your boss. The pressure to achieve, FOMO, we've talked about it, never-ending to-do lists, who has those? Yeah, me as well, right? Okay, devices that continuously want stuff from you, even at times that you are, well, would be unavailable, right? So these things are potential stressors. So what happens when you encounter a stressor? Well, this. Somewhere in your brain, like a couple of centimeters in here, in your hypothalamus, a couple of hormones are excreted, which initiate a chain reaction, ending here at your adrenal glands on top of your kidneys, excreting both adrenaline and cortisol. And under the influence of adrenaline and cortisol, bodily changes happen. So, like this, your heart rate starts to rise, your breath rate, it goes up, your muscles tense, your resources go to your arms and to your legs, You get some tunnel vision as well and some panicky feelings. So why would this happen? Does anybody know? Surviving, yes. It sort of prepares your body to do one of two things, right? Fight or flight. This is a famous fight or flight response. So this is how we still react when confronted with danger. So this stems from a different time, right? This stems from a time when we were not hunting for job opportunities, but hunting for our food. And in which we are foraging not for our lunch at the cafeteria, but foraging for berries in the forests, right? And the likelihood of encountering a difficult or dangerous situation was way higher than it is now. So the likelihood of encountering, for example, one of these things was way higher. So this poses a problem because our cultural evolution sort of went way faster than our physical evolution. So in different circumstances now, we are faced with the same system. Only we don't meet that many tigers anymore, right? Except in zoos. But the tigers that we do meet are in these kind of circumstances. So it's deadlines, it's job interviews, it's conflicts with your bosses, etc. But our body still reacts in the same way, still reacts in this way, as if it's a tiger. So to add insult to injury here, we stress about different things, about a multiplicity of things, and also we stress for way longer. And we know that elongated exposure to stress is a really bad thing, and it leads to all sorts of problems, and it can eventually lead to burnout. So what's a burnout? A burnout is basically, one of the definitions is this system getting damaged. So that the things that you would sort of normally wouldn't find very stressful, you now think are very stressful. So that's a burnout. It's a bad thing to have. It costs you a couple of months in recovery, basically. So that's the bad news. The good news is that you can do stuff about this. And I think that being able to deal with stress effectively is going to be one of the most important skills that you have in the workplace later on. So what can you do? Well, it isn't that difficult, basically. So one thing you can do is take care of yourself, which sounds like a huge cliche, but it is really true. One thing you should know about stress is that it often presents as a cognitive problem. So you worry about something, you worry about you being in a certain situation and what you should do. But actually, your physique, how you are physically, has a lot of influence on that. So if you feel fit, you deal with stress better and you feel less stressed. So taking care of yourself entails the following couple of things. Well, get enough sleep. What is enough sleep? Well, about 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours a night, regularly. So at a regular going to bed and waking time. So the next thing is take care of your diet, which is eating a lot of veggies and nutrients and not as much sugars. Well, have some regular exercise as well, which helps for your stress tolerance. Be careful with alcohol, drugs, and those type of things, because they can sort of influence your stress tolerance even in the long run. And be careful about your intake of caffeine. Who among you have drunk more than, say, 5 cups of coffee today? Okay, you're a healthy group. So that's a couple of you. Yeah, okay. Caffeine really messes with your hormone balance. And the last thing is schedule some time in your week out of any activity. So that's time you schedule to do nothing at all, like veg on the couch, integrate stuff, think about stuff, right? So these are the basic things. Another thing is this. Breathe. So this is a nice place in the presentation because I can hear you all. Okay, so I want to do an experiment again. I want to invite you to close your eyes and just breathe regularly in through your nose and out through your mouth. So what you can try to do is to elongate your outward breath. Well, and as you're sitting there with your eyes closed anyway, I'd like to invite you to pay attention to how you are breathing at the moment, to your inwards and outwards breath, the way the breath comes into your body and exits. Maybe you can even detect a sort of a rising and a falling sensation that goes with that. So the next thing I want you to do is to shift your attention to how you are sitting at the moment, to your bodily sensations. So it's your feet on the floor, it's your back in the chair. Just notice. And if you get distracted by a thought, just bring back your attention. That's fine. So next thing I want you to do is to notice the sounds that are going on, that you can notice now. And to shift your attention to the thoughts that are occurring right now in your head. What kind of things are going around in your head at the moment? Okay, and then at your own pace, you can get back to the room. Open your eyes. So I sort of seduced you to do a small mindfulness exercise. We know that certain types of activities like mindfulness can train your brain to focus more and to be more stress tolerant. So it boosts your stress tolerance. Mindfulness is one of those things. Yoga is another of those things. Some types of meditation or deep work types of activities. All ways to train your brain to be more focused. So, again, we're faced with a choice, just like with last speaker. I think the choice is real and you have to make it, and it's an important choice. And the choice is this. You either deal with stress or stress deals with you. Stress is inevitable in our daily lives, but you can change the way you relate to stress, and that's really a really important thing. And you can start by doing some of the things I've talked about today. And I think that would be a really, really good plan. Thank you.
All right. I really thank the psychologists for sharing 15 minutes, but very powerful, very impactful. If you all get a chance to listen this over and over again, that's how we cope with stress, guys. Stress is inevitable now, like what he said towards the end. You cannot run away from stress. And if you want to really, this current era, this current digital world, where speed is the new currency of business, where things are moving so fast, faster than light, and what you saw yesterday may not be here today. And that moment of change, that demand for you now is very great for you to go through stress. And we cannot say that I cannot cope with stress. Stress is if you don't cope with stress, stress can deal with you, like what he said. Okay, so today the idea here is like when I was sharing this stress management class before, I gave them techniques, but today we have Superlife to help us on that. Okay, Superlife to help us on that. So before I share on how we can use Superlife SLWC global system to cope with this, you see, he gave us some techniques, self-care. Self-care is better than healthcare. He gave us some techniques. He also shared with you all what can stress do to you all. All of us know what stress can do to us. Too much of unwanted stress. Okay. So afterwards, I'm going to give you all 7 tips on how to overcome that stress. But before that, I'm going to ask one or two of you to share what did you gain from this 15 minutes video, as that video helped you, so that what you gain would also be a gain from others. Okay. I'm going to call Mr. Akbar Hussain. Mr. Akbar, if you are there, you can share. No, I think so. Okay. I'm going to get Chariot from Kenya. Mr. Akbar, are you there? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
very wonderful video about the stress management. So thank you very much for playing this video. Actually, every time we attend your training program, we learned different techniques, new messages we learned. So actually, this is the stress management is the very excellent topic, which was long waited from you, sir, since you posted. So this video particularly is very wonderful. I got a very wonderful message that stress, we have to manage the stress. How to manage the stress? Stress should be in your control. You have to control the stress, and stress should not control you. So stress should be manageable, and it's good. You can make wonders when you have a good stress. So thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. Super life is super.
Life is super. Thank you. Another powerful leader, Mr. Utumba, our Emerald leader, soon to be crowned. Maybe Mr. Utumba would like to share something. He's a businessman. I think so stress is the part and parcel of the life of a businessman. So maybe he has used some of this technique. Share. Maybe Utumba, you can share this, what you gain from the video. Utumba? Are you there? Utumba? Sometimes it takes some time for them to unmute. Okay, let him do that. Okay, I'm going to get one more person here to also share. Okay, I'm going to get Miss Hilda. Miss Hilda from Papua. Miss Hilda, you can share. Another upcoming leader. Are you there, Miss Hilda? Some of them having difficulty in unmuting. Okay, so y'all gain, and I want y'all, since now it's quite difficult to type. Before I go into the next video, or not next video, next sharing that I'm going to have my slides. Can y'all type one idea or one point that you gain from this video? Just type so that we have more people sharing here. Just type, and if y'all type, then I will know. Okay, so can y'all please type just one pointer that you gain. Sometimes what you gain, maybe other people didn't gain that, then you'll know, okay, that's a good point. Just type 1 point. Okay, what did you gain from the speaker's talk? Can somebody type? Are y'all there? Can y'all listen to me? Am I audible? All right. Okay, diet, how to calm the mind. Stress will never control me. Okay, go ahead. Okay, you have to control stress. You have to manage stress. Okay, taking care of myself. All right. Your physique influence your stress. Yes, I like that part very much. Okay, it's your physics that influence your stress. Stress is a part of a good businessman. Okay, stress should not master your lives. You made me relax by doing the exercise. Okay, breathing exercise. Okay, go ahead. All right. Okay. He spoke about mindful meditation. Meditation. That's what I do. That's what gives me the energy. That's what even mindful meditation, even if you don't have 8 hours of sleep, but just 2 hours or 4 hours of quality sleep is equivalent to 8 hours if you do mindful meditation. Okay, I'll be sharing on that, how to do that. 78 hours regular sleep, how we handle stress is important, and stress is not a choice. Okay, thank you so much, guys. At least I know that it reached people. Now, let me just continue from where I stopped, and I thank the powerful psychologist from Netherlands for sharing that. Okay, you see, when I do my research, I will look for a good video that I can exchange with y'all, because a lot of message can be shared there without me stressing a lot. Okay, now I'm going to share with y'all SLWC Global System, 7 ways to thrive under stress. Stress is not avoidable. You cannot run away from stress. It's a bad stress or good stress, how you take it. It's part and parcel of the not life, not even business now. It's part and parcel of our life now. We didn't ask for COVID-19. We didn't ask for Corona. We didn't ask for this pandemic, but it's happening. Sometimes you live in a country, we didn't ask for the war, but it happens. So we didn't ask for so many things in our life. But when it happens, how are we going to cope that? Okay, just like what this speaker spoke, I'm just getting 7 ways from that, and then how the 7 ways that we can do that from Superlife. Okay, why SLWC Global System is such a powerful tool, can help you to overcome distress. Not only that, you can go beyond that. And how you can change your situation. You see, life is not so much of what's happening to you, but it's so much of how you react to what's happening to you, or how you respond to what's happening to you. So I'm going to share this. This is a very short video, very short, powerful video. Just understand that, then we can see how we can use Superlife system, our DB Dynamic Superlife SLWC Global System for that. Okay, let me just share with you. Just listen to this powerful short video on the 7 ways.
7 stress management techniques to get you back on track. Stress affects us all. Some of us are better at managing the negative impact that stress can have on our lives. The one person who controls stress in your life is you. It is also up to you to be accountable for how you want to live your life. If you're feeling overwhelmed with what is happening in your life and you want to get back on track, then you can't miss the 7 stress management techniques that I will share with you in this video. Stress is a state of tension, and it is a normal part of life. The most common external sources that can cause stress in our lives are finances, the demands of work, and relationships. The internal sources of stress come from within us and the pressure we put on ourselves because of our high personal standards, beliefs, values, attitude, goals, needs, and wants. Some examples of internal sources of stress can be striving for perfection in all we do or refusing to speak to an audience because of our internal fears. We also have what is called internal chatter, which can also cause huge stress in our lives. This internal chatter comes from our negative thought patterns, negative experiences, and bad habits. Our negative internal chatter, if we let it, can be quite destructive and lead us to living highly stressed and anxious lives. The body reacts to these changes and demands with physical, mental, and emotional responses. Internal and external stressors can have the same physical and psychological effects. You may have trouble sleeping, lose your appetite, or lose interest in daily activities. You may be irritable, have headaches or stomach pains, or find that you cry easily. If not dealt with, over time, stress can have a devastating impact on your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. The good news is that not all stress is bad for us. Being stressed in the right context can have a more positive influence on our lives. Some people say that they produce their best work when they're under pressure to deliver. When you are able to manage stress in a positive way, this can open you up to new opportunities outside of your comfort zone. It can also be the catalyst you need to change and empower you to come up with solutions and challenges so that you can grow and move forward in your life. The 7 stress management techniques make up a toolbox of strategies that you can use at any time where you're feeling stressed and want to get your life back on track. The more you use these tools, the more proactive you are in managing your stress levels. By managing your stress, you minimize the negative influence it can have on your quality of life. Number 1, write down 5 benefits you will achieve when you have your stress under control. When making change or implementing anything new in your life, it is important to identify the benefits for you. The 5 identified benefits become the incentives to encourage and motivate you to make the changes and take action. Once you have these 5 benefits written down, then ask yourself these 2 questions. What is the goal I want to achieve? What are the benefits I expect from achieving this goal? Write these responses on stick-it notes and put these notes in a place where every morning you will see them. Number 2, get to know who you are and give yourself some slack. Spend some time getting to know you, your personality, your strengths, things you don't like doing and things you do like doing. The objective of this exercise is to become more self-aware so that you can quickly identify what things in life stress you out and how you can manage these activities so that they don't have such a negative impact on your life. When you know who you are and what is important to you, you will take action to manage the negative activities that are not serving you well. We can be our own worst enemies, and we can be very hard on ourselves, which is not great when it comes to managing stress in our lives. The more self-aware you are, the more accepting you are of what your strengths are and what you're not so good at. Striving for perfection in everything you do and comparing yourself to others will not be so important to you when you know who you are and you are very happy with you. Number 3, exercise regularly. This is a very practical strategy that works. A regular exercise routine in your life builds your physical resilience to manage stress. Your body can fight stress better when it is fit. Along with exercising regularly, eating healthy, well-balanced meals is just as important when it comes to successfully managing the impact stress has on your life. Number 4, learn and practice relaxation techniques. Research suggests that daily meditation may alter the brain's neural pathways, making you more resilient to stress, says psychologist Robbie Mahler Hartman, PhD, a Chicago health and wellness coach. Get enough rest and sleep. Your body needs time to recover from stressful events. Relaxation techniques you could try for stress management are meditation, yoga, or Tai Chi. You will always be facing times of stress in your life, and by relaxing and calming your mind, you give your body time to recover from these stressful events. Number 5, commit to spending time with people who make you smile. The more stress we face, the more likely we are to withdraw from our circle of friends and family. Stress, if we allow it, can consume our lives physically, mentally, and spiritually. And all we want to do is hide away from the world. Surrounding yourself with people who bring you joy, encourage, and support, you will build your spiritual and mental resilience. Keeping a positive outlook on life is a lot easier to do when you are surrounded by people who love and support you. Laughing out loud and smiling lots is a great way to manage the stress levels in your life. The more you laugh in life, the better your quality of life will be. Number 6, be grateful. Keeping a daily gratitude journal is one of the most effective ways to successfully managing stress in your life. This act of writing down every day all the things that you are grateful for keeps you present and real. It gives you a more optimistic and hopeful perspective of your life right now. To successfully manage stress in your life, optimism and hope are the 2 key ingredients that you need. Without them, your ability to effectively manage stress is a lot harder, in fact, impossible. Number 7, commit to taking action and do it. If you allow stress to creep into your life, it will take over your life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. We live in a world of constant change and disruption, so we will always be challenged by the threat of stress. Commit to taking action to managing the impact that stress has on your life and do something about it. You are the only one who has the power to do it. There's no escape from stress. These 7 stress management techniques, however, are strategies that if you adopt and practice consistently, will enable you to live your life to the fullest, resilient and strong in mind, body, and soul.
Live life to the fullest, resilient, and strong. You see, stress is inevitable and it's going to happen to everyone because the way things are moving, they are moving so fast. Now, this pandemic is a question mark. You know, the second wave that's coming now, India, I think so 2 days back or yesterday, experienced 300,000 cases per day, never before. 300,000 cases per day. Even Malaysia now, 2,000 something cases per day. So there's always uncertainty now. It's a question mark, what's happening around us. If we put that all in our mind, then it's going to bombard us with a lot of stress. That's the reason why I don't watch news. I don't see WhatsApp news. Anyone else, you know, yesterday I deleted about 234,000 videos or so many things in my phone, but I've not seen any one of those videos that comes from WhatsApp. I only see what is important for me, that comes from Superlife business or whatever they relate to. And my mind only attracts what I want. You see, I work better under stress. like this particular session, that these videos I chose just about 1 hour ago. Last 2 days I was going through, I contemplating in my mind what to talk, how to talk. I want something better. So today I spent about 3 hours or 4 hours. And then I went to so many ways and so many videos. I found these 2 videos. So I work under stress better. And I just finished in the nick of time to present to you all. But not many people can do that. But you must understand your own capacity, because I know who I am. Okay, so I'm going to share with you all. Number 1, what should you do? Out of the things they shared, out of the 7 things, eating balanced food, nutritious food, where could it be better than STC 30, guys? The moment you take your STC 30 first thing in the morning, if you're doing this business, there are now 157 people here. Remember, I told you whether it's 1 or 5 or 7 people doesn't really matter. Whether 157 people doesn't really matter. Just one soul, if sees this the right way, 1,000 souls will change, and that's what we want. And if you see, STC 30 has got all these ingredients, a list of 50 food-based nutrients needed for good cell health. And that 50 base cells are here: water, carbohydrate, fiber, all these are balanced so well. And it's there in STC 30. So the moment you put it under your tongue first thing in the morning, you're giving a very powerful resilience for your body, guys, your cells. Your cells are so happy because they're getting that. When the cells are happy, they can handle any stress or anything that comes. So that is what is a complete food for your cellular level. Please do not come here and then say, I'm going to buy this STC, they're going to look for sick people and all that. That's not our job. Let's not fall sick and give a problem to others, give problem to our loved ones. My health is my wealth. Okay, so first thing you need to do is take STC 30 in the morning. The first S, STC 30. After you took STC 30, then they said you must take the sunlight. So you must go and do exercise. Sunlight is very important. At least 10 minutes of sunlight. Just soak in the sun for the morning sun. Okay, Pancha Aruna Chala in Sanskrit. Pancha means 5. Aruna means the red sun that comes in the morning. And Chala means aligning yourself with Mother Nature. So when you align with the sun, because the sun is the one that produces all this, you're aligning with the source itself, the source of the source. Okay, so we are taking from the third party, that's the plant. But when you soak from the sun in the morning, you are getting direct. So you tell the sun that, okay, take care, you're healing so many things around the world, heal me from my problems, heal me from my whatever body is going through, just heal me. And 10 minutes, just soak like that. So STC 30, sunlight. Then you do exercise. That exercise is another S, guys, sweat. You need to sweat, guys. You see, sweat is very important. Why they ask you to do exercise? One of the 7 things they ask you to do exercise. When you sweat, SWEAT. If you have a pen and paper, write this down. Sweat means first S is salt and sugar. Whatever excess salt and sugar in our body will be released through the sweat. W is all your worries that you keep in your mind. If you bombard your worries, whatever your boss told, whatever you told, whatever your girlfriend told, wife told, all that stories are here. Some people carry millions of stories here, so many stories here. That is why the ancient masters call this forest or jungle. They call it wana, jungle. And people who die, they call it, if they're running away from the mind, means they call it nirvana. That means you're flowing away from the mind. So how do you cope with this jungle is very important. So first you must clear your own jungle, remove all the weeds, guys. And the best way that what he shared with us is bringing out the worries, sweat it out, exercise. Okay, worry will remove from your body. Then excess energy. Sometimes you need a lot of energy to do your things. And when you put the energy in your body, you don't bring it out, that also can cause problem for you. So E, excess, anything excess. A is anxiety. When you want to do something for the day, you're not doing it, it will convert into anxiety. Sometimes you feel like punching your wife or your husband, but you cannot do that because you love the person. So you take back, you put that. So what you can do now, you cannot express it. So at least now you need to express through your sweat. So express out that anger, express out whatever you have. Okay, so that E, and then that anxiety. Then T is toxic. You see, if you keep too much in your body, in your mind, the mind also send toxic to your brain, and brain will send mind will trigger the brain to send toxic to your body. And toxic can most of the harms that we get from bodies, our own thoughts toxic from our own thoughts, toxic from the food we eat. So all these are causing problem for ourselves, guys, cannot function properly. So first thing in the morning, STC 30, take it, balance yourself. Second, sun. Third, sweat. Okay, if you do that regularly, then you can cope with any stress. Whether at my age of 59, whether at 5 or whether at 95, it's the same. Okay. Now, what do you do next? You see, you must cleanse your colon at least once or twice a week, because colon is your headquarters of your body. Your brain is not your headquarters, guys. Brain is the information center, but the headquarters, real headquarters in our body is our gut. That's why we say I got a gut feeling I can do it. We don't say I got a brain feeling. We say I got a gut feeling, because when the gut accepts, everything can be done. Your fear is also in your gut. I'm getting so much of fear. My stomach is being upset. When you say upset, it's not your mind upset. It's not your brain upset. Your stomach upset. So that stomach must be cleansed and kept up clean every day. That's why we have SCC Plus, guys. Not only now with the plus to reduce your weight and all that, but the other 10 ingredients that came with that to take care of your guts very well. The guts has got a lot of flora and fauna inside there to take care of ourselves. So that is a very powerful tool given by God to us. That is our headquarters for our entire body. So take at least once or twice a week. If you have constipation or indigestion, take it every day, no problem. Okay, so this can help us a lot. SCC Sitting Plus. Among all the 4 products, SCC has got the most number of ingredients, 10 ingredients, because it needs that much of ingredients to take care of our guts and also take care of all the digestive system, the liver and all that, all the other organs. Okay, so that's SCC 15 Plus for you. Now, why do you need to do that? You see, if you don't take care of yourself now, and if you don't cope your stress, whatever stress you're going through now, you're going to fall into the disease zone. So while you are in your wellness developing here, you see that the psychologist showed 15 years old to 25 years old, 25 to 35, everyone actually goes through the same percentage of stress and all that. Almost the same percentage of stress. But that stress, too much of your thing, too long, can also harm you. So now you need to have wellness, guys, wellness development. So regular exercise can sweat you out, then good nutrition can balance yourself, and then you need wellness education. What I'm giving you is wellness education. We only want to learn all this when you fall sick. When you want to, then we go and Google and check on what's happening to me and all that. Why not do it now itself before you fall sick? So that is why we say, why pay more for sickness when I can pay less for wellness? Okay, so this is wellness, guys. And minimal nerve interference. The lesser you use your nerves, the better for you. So this is where STC30 comes. It develops as a resilient builder. For those people who are healthy, you are here and give you in the high level of wellness. So first thing you put in under your tongue, it keeps you there, guys. And don't see this, oh, I'm going to tell my client, I'm going to tell my people who I'm selling, for ourselves. Okay, so this is for our own self. Next is those people who already fall into some kind of sickness. Then they are going to go through sickness stress buster now, because their stress is coming from their own sickness, not from anywhere else. If you are having the first stage of cancer, sometimes you don't know you are having it. We call it in situ. That means it's one spot. And that can create a lot of problems for you. Sometimes you only will know that you have that when you're 4th stage. So those kind of symptoms and stress can be handled by STC30. So we call it sickness stress buster. It can push you back again to this level. But if you don't handle that, you don't handle the symptoms, you keep on taking drugs, you go for surgery, you lose your function, you go into disease. And that level is also helps as a extreme sickness stress buster. So both ways STC30 can help. My question to you all is, why pay more for sickness when I can pay less for wellness? Some people say it's too expensive. Compared to what? If you don't take STC30 now, then you'll fall into this zone, then you have to pay more for the doctors. Maybe, and it's not cheap now, guys. It's very costly. All hospitals like 7 stars, 8 stars now. The bigger the star, the more you have to pay. So you see, you have a choice now. Either you can take care of your health while it's healthy, or you have to cope on that here. Okay, I see Mr. Nelson D'Souza is also here. He is also a master in this. After I'll ask him to share. Okay, so you see, it's your choice now, and that is what the speaker said earlier. Okay, you want to handle your stress is also a choice now. And STC30 is one of the most powerful tool for us. First thing in the morning, like there's those days they say first to Bata, then to school. First to STC30, then to life. Okay, so take that, guys. Now, you need SIC. I told you you need STC30 and that to take care to cope yourself. Now we need SIC because the outside environment is overpowering us. Now it's Corona and COVID-19. Then it could be even, what is that, things from the mosquitoes, okay? Dengue fever, all those are there outside. And then water, that something that's coming from water. Now, the other day, the doctors who spoke here from Nigeria, he told us 3 viruses are there now, viruses. And they have not even named those viruses. So at least we have to build our immunity, guys. We have 12 vital organs. All the 12 vital organs as our STC30 can help. But we have 5 vital organs that's only working on our immune system. So this can be a booster to support them so that they don't have to do overtime work. Okay, don't have to overwork. They don't have to go to stress. So when you give a booster like this to supplement them, then they don't have to do a lot of work. So that's why we have Superlife Immunity Care, guys. So all these are stress busters, what we are giving now. Do not look only for sick people. Take care of ourselves first, very important. Now, you see, every day we are going through this kind of communication. This is not outside. I'm not showing you outside communication, some Airtel or communication centers and all that. This is our body. This is a communication system in our own system that's going every day. Every second, this is happening in our body. One block here, one block there, the communication doesn't go, then the organs have problem. So that is why we need, whenever this problem comes, there is a imbalance of that system, then the information cannot go very well from your pituitary gland to all your organs. And why it's happening now? Because of our dependency on the phone. We need the handphone a lot. The handphone is causing havoc to our nervous system, guys. And that's why we brought in this SNC, Superlife Neuron Care, to take care of our neuron system, which is an information center for us. Okay, so pituitary gland connects to the brain and sends out all the information to us. So when you take STC30, there is a balance of hormones traveling to all that, and that information goes very well. When you take your STC15, your guts are taken care very well, so that is constant flow. Okay, so all these are interrelated, guys. Superlife is one of the only companies that's interrelating everything to us. Superlife products are of 3 folds. Superlife product DNA, I call it the DNA of our system. One is Mother Nature. Second is science. Third is you. Okay, the 3 combination will make this product powerful. Science, Mother Nature's product is here. We are using Mother Nature, and it's through nanotechnology science. Now, if you don't use it, then it's not going to benefit you. So these 3 factors are important for this to function for us. Okay, so how you use it is totally up to you now. Now, I showed here to cope with this with the products of Superlife. Now I'm going to show you one of the biggest killers of stress for us is when you don't have money. Money is the biggest killer. I remember reading this book by Dale Carnegie. The book was written in 1930s or 1950s, if I'm not mistaken. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And in that book, he said 90%, at that time he said 70 to 90% of all human worries is financial worries. 70%, 70 to 90%. Today is 90 to 100%. With pandemic is 101% or even million%. No money, the whole life is gone now. So we need to take care of that part also. We have to be busy to take care of that. So now we have Superlife to make yourself easy, guys. You have to be busy using your physical self to make that, or you can use Superlife system. Remember, the word system means save yourself time, energy, and money. Save yourself time, energy, and money. So you don't have to put a lot of stress on your body, on your mind, on yourself, because the system takes care of you. And that is what we brought in 2017, a very powerful system. And Superlife World, it provides a system online for you so that you can connect with anyone, anywhere in the world. And dominated team. You see, if you go alone, you're going to go through a lot of stress. Okay, you can get things fast, like what the African proverb says. If you want to go fast, go alone, but that's going to put you a lot of stress. But if you want to go far, okay, you must go with a team. So we have dominated team to support you, to work with you globally, to bring down your stress and all that. Sense of belonging is there. You don't feel alone. You're connected with very powerful. Now 157 people are connected to you. That means every soul there is actually together with you now. That is the power of synergy, guys. The only industry that provides us is this industry. No other industry does that. No other culture does that. No other, even religion doesn't do that. Because even religion has got segregation. Only this guy can go to this place, that guy can go to that place. But in network marketing, everybody comes here. A doctor goes to the clinic, lawyer goes to the court. But here, doctor and lawyer comes here. Pastor and ulama comes here. Okay, priest comes here. Everybody comes here. Because we don't care your race, we don't care your religion, we don't care your color, we don't care your status. As long as you have your soul and you want to bring the best out of your life and to help people, we synergize together, guys. And that's what Dominator Team does. The original name for this system, this culture, is friendship marketing. Friendship marketing. Founded by a scientist. And when he created first person in the world to create vitamin C in capsules. That's why network marketing industry is the first industry to do that. There was no vitamins before that. And he was the first one to do that, Mr. Carl Rambo, 1939. In 1945, after the Second World War, the pandemic that time made him to come up with a better idea. And that idea, that system is called multi-level marketing system. A system that gave people a lot of freedom to do their life, to exercise themselves. And that system, he named it, at that time, he named it friendship marketing. He didn't give it any other name. Today, people call it MLM, people call it this and that, but he called it friendship marketing. I am calling it now SLWC Global System, where I connect with people around the world, and then I create friends globally, and I create that friendship with them. So this is friendship marketing 2.0 or 4.0, because we are in the 4.0 industry. So here we are connecting with people. And because we are connecting with people, Superlife wealth creation is made easy here now. Okay, so your money, you don't have to worry, money flows to you on a daily basis. If you are getting either 10 USD or 100 USD, some money coming for you every day, your first burden is removed, your first stress is removed, guys. And then we created first project 100 millionaires. You see, when you strive for something bigger than you, and you can cope with stress. Any other small stress you can handle. But you don't have anything that you're focused on, then every small thing becomes very big thing for you. So we give you a project for you to go on. And this project we started on 6th of January 2018. A lot of people became millionaires overnight through this system now, and together with us globally. Then that's how we created technopreneurship. When the technology takes most of the work, less pressure for us, less stress for us. Okay, but 2020, a mind-boggling thing happened, never before. You see, 155 of you are still listening to me. I'm sitting in my home. You are coming from various parts of the world. Some of you from as far as the US, some of you are down south in Tasmania, some of you from India, some of you from Japan. I don't know which place you're coming from, all over the world. And it's only because of Zoom, guys. And today we have what we call a Zoompreneurship. If you really know how to use Zoom, in a day, I can speak to at least about 10, 20 Zooms I can handle. Why? Because I don't have to run around. I don't have any stress. I don't move from traffic jam to go and look for people. I sit in my house, people come to me, I call them to Zoom, and then I can coach them. I just move from country to country without moving myself. Never before this happened in history of life, guys. So today we are having challenges outside, but at the same time, we are also given a solution. And that solution comes from Superlife, the company, Dominator Team, and SLWC Global System. Welcome to the new age of Zoompreneurship, guys. If you really understand this, you can go a big way with us. So now you come here for technology-based global business system. You come here with a franchise concept system. You come here with health and wealth products. You come here with unique wealth compensation plan. And you come with your global, collaborative global team. You're not alone here. You see, one of my favorite team, Abiola is here. He's from UK. He's our first crown diamond from UK. My favorite team from UK is Liverpool. And I like that Liverpool team. You never walk alone in life. You may be a business of your own, but you're never alone. During this pandemic, many businesses just gone like that. Nobody came to support them. Even government cannot support them. But here we are supporting each other now. I'm taking my time off to work with y'all. Why? Because at least one soul learns this and can help many souls, guys. And that collaboration gave us a live testimony of happy souls. Remember what they said, you must have happy souls. You must be happy. You must be with people for making you smile. The word smile means see me, I love everyone. When people are making money in Superlife and making it in an easy way and connecting with people around the world, who wouldn't smile, guys? So if you want to be part of that smiling group, join Superlife and involve in Superlife to evolve in Superlife. Okay? Now, we are taking this globally right from your home. We are not even holding you back to run around to your city. You know, you can come from the most remotest place from Uganda. You can come from the most remotest place from Kenya. You can come from most remotest place from India. As long as you have smartphone, your office is open every day. As long as you have your smartphone. And on your palm, the whole world is there. 7 billion population, 5.4 billion people are there. What is so stressed about that? 36 years ago, I was doing a presentation for someone in a small village. And the morning I went to that particular house, the father was welcoming me with a lot of love. And he was so happy to see me that I'm supporting the children. At night, the same house, I was doing the presentation. Suddenly there was a chaos. Then suddenly there was a commotion. Everybody started screaming. I saw the father was drunkard and he was chasing people around the house and then ended up chasing me around the house with a sickle in his hand. And the children were running after the father was running after me and I was running for my life. Nobody has to do that now, guys. At the age of 22, 23, I did that. I ran for my life because I was trying to do a presentation to help somebody. Today, I can sit in my house, I can present. Whether you listen or don't listen, that's totally up to you because it's your life. So you can make bigger money, faster money, and simpler way without being chased by anybody, without being chased by a sickle. So that's the chance we are giving you now, guys. Never before. First time in the history of mankind, where we can reach out to people, to go to countries you have never been, to meet people that you have never seen, to meet people. You can meet them right through Zoom, guys. So you can help people to fulfill their dreams. Okay, young time, they had a lot of dreams. Today, the dreams are all buried because they think they cannot have the dreams. That itself is biggest stress for people. People get older faster. At 30, they look 50 because their dreams are not achieved. At 60, some people can look like 30 because they have achieved their dreams. So you can help people who have dreams in the young. You are laying a pipeline from home to home through Zoom, guys. Room to room through Zoom. And that pipeline income is coming from country to country for people. And that's what you're helping people now. And because you're helping people to get better life, your lights will be lighten up, guys. You don't have to worry about your life. And this is what my mentor, Zig Ziglar, said when I started my life in this business, this friendship marketing business. He said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. We are not here to create followers, guys. I don't believe in creating followers. I don't want any followers. I only want to give one soul a chance to express itself. And that soul can change 2 lives. And that 2 lives can change many lives. That's all we want. Don't follow people, lead people. Okay, and that's what we are doing now, guys. And we are going to help a lot of people in the world. Lee Iacocca, the founder of Chrysler Cars, he made this statement. With this statement, I'm ending my session now. He made this very powerful statement. In times of great stress or adversity, it's always best to keep busy, to plow your anger, your energy in something positive. We are providing something positive for every people in the world. Everybody is going through negativity around the world, guys. Whenever there's a blink, there is no sun, definitely there will be negativity. Today, we are like a light. We are giving people a chance. And to keep themselves busy, to plow their anger into an energy to something positive. Young people are very angry now because parents told them, study hard, work hard, you have a better life. But today they are stranded. They cannot express themselves. They cannot come from the house. They have to wear a mask. And all that is actually causing a lot of confusion. So at least keep them busy to let them to do something right from their home. And that's what we are doing now, guys. So I never apologize for network marketing industry. I never feel bad for what I'm doing because I'm doing something good for people. And before I end the session, this should be your mantra for every day. This should be your affirmation for every day. When you have what you have in your hand is your chosen one to do this. And what should be your mantra be? I shall pass this life but once. Any good that I can do, let me do it now. Let me not neglect it, nor defer it, for I shall never pass this life again. Because today, nanoseconds, your life can be gone, guys. Nobody knows who's carrying corona. The guy beside you can be carrying that. And nanoseconds, anybody's life can go. So we say that I shall pass this life but once, it not mean that 90 years old, 70 years, 80 years, even young ones can go. So as long as you have the breath, let us make the best use of our life. Superlife, life is super. And that is what another powerful thing we are doing. Remember Leo Alcoca said, put your energy in something positive. The very word itself, Superlife, life is super, is something positive for people, guys. That itself, we are giving them positivity. What else we can give them? Positivity, Superlife, life is super. And you are bringing down a lot of people's burden now, guys. Okay, so I thank you for your time that you shared with me. If you all want to interact now, let's interact now, okay? And share what you'll gain from that and how we can help people from this, okay? And let me now stop sharing here, okay? Now it's you and me. If you all enjoyed this session, you all can share. I'm going to ask Nelson D'Souza. Nelson is a qualified NLP practitioner. He's a certified NLP practitioner. He's a certified hypnotist, and he's also a highly qualified networker because he's a top leader with one of the top companies before. Today, I'm proud to have him here. So let us hear from Nelson D'Souza on what he feels about what I shared. And that can help you also. You can do a short listing on what you felt, okay? Go ahead.
Yes, hello, Dr. Ma. Really nice. Whenever I come to your Zoom, always I get motivated and a lot of things I learn from you, which I try to implement in my team. And yes, this was a very good session at the start. You spoke about the stress management, which is very, very needed at this point of time. And since I'm an international mind coach, so the most important thing is, like, if we keep our mindset, like a mindset right, our immunity will be very strong. At the same time, consume Superlife products. With that, also our immunity will be strong. So we make a protection around ourselves, and so we will, like, we don't, the most important thing is, like, if you bring the fear in your mind, so we should not fear, because we have good trainers like Dr. Maha, and the product STC30 and the SIC, which is the immune care. So I am a certified Indo-Vietnam Medical Board health specialist. Okay, so I suggest, like, I and my team, we have, like, attended more than 50,000 COVID positive patients in India, and we have treated them successfully. Now I add STC30 with that, and we are getting great results in my team for diabetes. I've got results on paralysis and a lot of things. So yes, the most important, as an international NLP coach and a hypnosis coach, I suggest you that you should always create a mindset in such a way that you keep fears far away. Like as Dr. Maha told, that he doesn't see news. The same way, any professional mind trainer will not see any news, not go into any news. I'll give you a tool. Okay, this is a very powerful tool, because I'm also a facilitator with Access Consciousness. So whenever you see any news on the channel or any TV or anything, any incident which can create a problem for you in future, because whenever we see anything, our mind creates files. Okay, and if that submodality, the color, like the visual, the ear, like the sound of that is very strong, so the feeling is very strong, then it will create a big file in your mind, and then that file will create patterns in your life. So that's the reason, if you see that many people, we see that why is the same thing happens in my life, why is the same thing happening in my life, because your mind creates a file, So whenever now the situation like everywhere is Corona, COVID. So whenever you see this kind of things, or you see any incident which is going like it's not a proper incident which can disturb your mind, so you should always say this is a very powerful tool. You can write it down. It's saying it's like this: interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Okay, it's interesting point of view, I have this point of view. You can just say it like 15 times or 20 times, and you will see that your mind, like this means that you are just accepting what is going on, and you're not attaching any judgment with it. So your mind will not create a file of that. So it's very powerful. Just say interesting point of view, I have this point of view. It's a very powerful tool. And yes, Dr. Ma, thank you very much for allowing me to speak on this. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Nelson. You see, when we are on the right track with the right intention, we attract good souls in our life who also have the right intention. And thank you, Nelson. Having you in here is actually added value for us. And this is all about collaboration of souls for celebration of life. Nelson is from Mumbai, right? India?
Yes. I'm from Mumbai, India.
He is from Mumbai, India. I'm from Malaysia. I have not met him in person, but today we are collaborating because of Zoom. That's what I meant by the power of Zoom. Before this, I have to search for a person like this, but today we attract a person like this. As long as you keep your mind free, your mind will know what to do for you guys. And I like the part he said, your mind creates the files. We are the source, we are the cause. You cannot blame anybody. If you are suffering, it's also because of you. If you are enjoying a life, it's also because of you. What we do, whenever we are enjoying, we will take the credit. I am. But whenever we are suffering, we say, God, why me? Why me? Because you are the source, you are the cause. Always remember, the creator of all creations has given you a free will. 843 million species in the world. Nobody has been given a free will. Only we are given the free will. And the free will is the choice. How we exercise the choice we are given. Animal cannot have that choice. If a cat is a cat can never be a tiger. A tiger is a tiger. A tiger can never be a cat. So we are given the choice to be anything we want to be. And that is the free will we have, guys. I remember in the movie, let me just talk about the power of free will. There's movie Star Wars, where how they showed how Darth Vader become Darth Vader. He was in the white zone. He was a good guy. He was a Jedi master. But why he became a Darth Vader? It's because the wife was actually suffering, and the doctors were trying to, because she was giving a childbirth, very difficult childbirth, and it's either to save the child or to save her life. And then the doctor said they cannot save her life. If they save her life, then they will lose the child. They need a child for future, then they have to save the child. So the wife says, save the child, don't save me. But what happened? The dark forces tell, I can save both of them. I can save your wife if you come to my side. If you come to my side. Then Darth Vader, the guy was a good guy. He went to the dark side. And then the wife knew, because he's going to the dark side, the husband, such a good husband, is going to the dark side, what she did. Even though she has been given the power to overcome, she used the willpower, her own personal willpower, to die, guys. And she died. You see, that is how powerful human mind is. Okay, human mind, you can overcome anything in life. You just use the mind very well. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Aestheticity can help you in that angle, and then it can also help you to balance yourself and then use the mind power better. Mind power better. Okay, so your success or your failure is all in your mind. So thank you, Nelson, for such a lovely sharing. Okay, and then I'm going to call one or two person. Okay, all right. Okay, and I'm going to call another person. Okay, let me see. Okay, you see that earlier we saw he's an expert in this field, and then I'm also, last many years I've been studying this, so I'm also a little bit knowledge I have on this field. Let's hear from normal people who listen to what we say, okay, and who are growing in life, coping with all this pressure and still doing Superlife. I'm going to call Alugum Tabitha from Papua New Guinea, and I like her commitment and dedication For all meetings, she's here. Let us hear from her. Okay, wait, Alugum Tabitha. Did I miss her? Okay, Tabitha, you can unmute.
Good night.
Yeah, good night to you.
Superlife. Good night from Papua New Guinea. Superlife, life is super. Thank you, Dr. Maha, for allowing me to share. Yes, I'm happy and I'm excited. I learned about how stress come into people and how to manage stress, how to take good food, rest, have a good diet, and I learned about it. Yes, it's very good. And how Superlife changes my life. I'm very happy because I never have been to Zooms like this in my lifetime through Superlife. Now I learn more about Zoom and how to talk on Zoom, how to meet people and listening to their testimonies and all this. And Superlife world with amazing products and marketing plan which come with health and wealth. And I'm very happy, it changes my life too, because I was not like this before. I'm just ordinary woman. But when I come to Superlife, getting the products and see how Superlife changes me with the financial side of it. And I'm very happy and thank you for listening. Thank you for everybody listening to me and God bless you all.
All right. Simple homemaker from, you see, when people are very physically bonded, they are depend on themselves to get things in life. That's going to be a very big challenge for them. But they use their mind, they can use their ideas to get things in life. Algum Tabitha has raised herself up to come from zero to hero, and she's growing in life, guys. And that STC 30 and all that is helping her to cope with whatever challenges. You see, some people say, I'm coming from a poor country like Papua, or I'm coming from a poor country, so we need to sell products cheap to people. That's a very wrong attitude. You know why? Because you have to help them to come into a system first. When they come to a system now, whether they're from Africa, whether they're from Papua, whether they're from India, every country has got the rich and the poor. But network marketing was created to increase the middle class those days. Those days, network marketing was created to help to increase the middle class. And a lot of people from zero came to the middle class through network marketing business. And that's what friendship marketing is all about. Today, in the middle class, also people a lot of them are suffering. And why? Because they are not up there, they are not down. They are neither poor nor rich. They want things what the rich want, but they cannot get. The middle class really need what we have now. Okay, so you see, the poor people can be pushed up to the middle class. The middle class can be pushed up even further. So everybody needs a Superlife now. So how do we bring the poor people into this? In US now, how do they promote network marketing? They call it exposure marketing. That means people are exposed to new things in life through this network marketing. People are educated and people are given a chance to participate in quality food for them. All the companies, I don't mind quoting the companies here because no company is competitor for me because I love every company. From Amway to Shakely to Usana to Genas to all those companies. Every network marketing company is designed for its own reason. One will lose its strength when compared. So I do not compare with anybody because I know what company I belong to. But what I'm saying, each company is doing something good through the best way they know. But what are they doing now? Network marketing is the only industry that's providing a product of high quality. A product of high quality. Why are they able to come with product of high quality? Because they got volume. They have volume coming from global market and they can use the money to do their search and research and they can bring in more and more products. And that's why they allow people to come and participate in their program. And then from a consumer, they can become a member. From a member, they can become a also a business person. When you are a consumer, you buy at the cost price. So it's going to be expensive for you because every month you have to buy. But when you become a member, you buy at a discounted price. And next month, you are going to buy at even discounted price some more. You are buying at member price, second month, you are buying at a discounted price. But the moment you become a business person, you do business, you're making profit. Anything that you are making profit, then that's not expensive at all because you're already making money on that. That is how progressively people are led into the system. But in Superlife, we allow them to come straight away as member. You come in as a member. You don't come in as a consumer, come in as a member. And we encourage everyone to come in as a member. Use the product, share the business, so that your health will be there, your wealth will be there. And that's what SLWC Global Franchise is all about. We don't sell the product. We sell the idea, sell the business. Product sells by itself. Okay, so this is what we are helping now, guys. Now, I'm calling another person to share. Okay, let me call another person now to share on that thing. We have people from lots of part of the world. I'm going to hear from a Malaysian now, Mr. Prakash. Mr. Prakash is a Malaysian, but today he's got a team of people, even in US and all that, through Zoom. Okay, Mr. Prakash, you can share. How did today's session help you? Okay, I'm unmuting you.
Okay. Hello, Dr. Maha.
Hello.
Okay, you can hear me, you can see me.
Yes, I can see you. I can hear you.
Superlife, life is super.
Super.
Excellent session. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk here. Dr. Maha, I like the point that you said. I mean, basically, the video was excellent. And then the key how to overcome your stress, that was a good one. This is what we need, you know. Last year during pandemic, we had a lot of stress we went through. And a lot of people lost their job, a lot of people lost their income, lots of people lost their loved one. Okay, so all this has bring people around the world into a very stressful conditions. Okay, and a lot of people like losing hope, you know, in life. So this session, what we have today is excellent. It's excellent. It's actually bring up people's.
Let me mute Tavita. Sorry. Go ahead now. Prakash,
yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So actually, this session, today's session, bring up people's confidence back. Okay. I was even waiting for this session, to tell you frankly, waiting for this session. It is very wonderful. And I like the point that you said just now. Okay, anything can happen within the nanosecond. For me, I myself, I had experience. One of my my mother-in-law, she passed away about 3 months back. Okay, so I myself have the feeling of how the loss is. Okay, and to overcome these people, we need something good. We need something solid. Okay, and losing people in a nanosecond, everything can happen. So don't be stressed too much. Don't think too much on what you're going to do in future. Just leave the moment. Leave the moment and do the best that you can. And you are doing that, Mr. Maha. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your support and for all those. I think like we have about 140 people now listening. Salute all of you guys, because you guys have the intention to change your life. You guys have the intention to do something for your next generation, to leave some legacy for your loved one. Okay, Superlife doesn't only gives you money, you know, it's more than that. It builds you, it builds a personality in you. So those people are still with us. I wish you all the best. See you at the top. Okay, life is super with Superlife. Thank you, Dr. Mahaji.
Life is super. Life is super with Superlife. Good point Prakash made. Number one biggest stress killer, biggest stress people have is the death of a loved one. Recently, India, they lost, when I say India, we also are connected to that because we watch all their movies and the culture is the same. We are Malaysians, they are from India, but most of the things were interrelated. Recently, India lost a very famous comedian because of indirectly to COVID. And one of the reasons why he lost, some people told me because he lost maybe because of the injection and all that. I would say because his immunity was very low, very down. And why? Because a couple of years back, he lost his son. He lost his son, his own son died. And from that day, I saw him. He's a guy, comedian, but every time he's having a beard after the death. He said, the death of your close one is the biggest stress anyone can go through. And if you leave that kind of person alone, they'll go into depression. They can even go into suicidal. Is it love of our death one? And those days, our culture in India, they will make a wife or a husband to really cry during that thing, so that you want to cry, you better cry here. Remove all your stress here. Don't carry that to home, because you'll carry a lot of stress back home. And if the person doesn't cry on that, some people go to too much of shock, they won't cry. Like our culture here, we have a specialist who will make us cry. They are designed, they will come especially for the day. The person's body will be there, and this person will cry, make us cry. Even if you don't cry, you will cry, because they are trained to cry. So that you want to bring out everything there. Don't carry back that to your home, so that you don't go to stress. Because loved one's death is the biggest stress contributor. Okay, so and I told our leaders, I think so he died not because of that, because his immunity was very low, because stress was very up. So that is why STC30 must be taken every day, guys, so that any stress can happen anytime, so you will be protected. Okay, and then another thing is, because of this COVID-19, a lot of actors, a lot of singers, a lot of people in these movie industries have lost job. And because of that, financial stress. After that, second is financial stress. So if this combined together, you know what you can do to human body. So if you know anybody in the movie industry, movie line, for don't have job, everything, then promote them Superlife. Promotion for any emotion, I call it. Okay. So Kimberly, you can share now. Go ahead. You put your hands up both times. I'm unmuting you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Maha. It's
Most
really
welcome.
a great honor.
Yes.
My name is Chambade Godfrey. I'm from Kampala, Uganda. I'm working from Crown Team. I'm on Super Package. Thank you so much for the wonderful training you've shared with us today. I personally have learned a lot. More especially, I've learned how to manage my stress through making physical exercises and through caring about the things I eat and how to balance my diet. I've also learned the meaning of the word sweat. I've never heard about anyone explaining it the way you explained it. And from today onwards, I'll be able also explain it down. Thank you so much. There's a point you said that many of us, we spend a lot of time worrying and we forget how to live in this world. And that is very true. Like it happened to me. I was passing through a certain situation and I wasted a lot of time worrying about my failures, how I didn't manage to overcome. And at the day, I was wasting time. Not until I came up with a certain strategy, and I want so much. I've learned a lot.
Okay. Okay, your line is giving you stress. Okay, so okay, your line. You just move your phone a bit. Yeah.
Oh my God, bless you abundantly. Thank you so much. I must somebody God pray from.
Okay, thank you, Kimari. What you said is true. If it can help you to cope with your mind now, you see, mind is everything.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Most welcome, okay? Where mind ends, the body begins. Where body ends, mind begins. Remember, they say that's now in one of the 7 this thing, or even the speaker said, physical fitness is also very important. Your physical fitness affects your mind fitness affects your physical self. Both are important. Okay, one is connected to the other. Okay, so take care of yourselves and take STC30 every day. Okay, Kimbari, I really thank you. Okay, now before we end the session, I'm going to call one more person, Laura Adiemo. Laura has been using STC30 for some challenges she had, but today STC30 has also given her through Superlife system, SLWC global system, powerful thing to even cope with life better. So Laura, you can share how you're coping with the stresses they are going through due to this pandemic and how STC30 has helped you from health stress and wealth stress. Go ahead. Short one. Can you unmute and share, Laura? There is two Laura here, Demo.
Yes, I have.
Yes,
good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
God has been so faithful with STC30. Thank you so much, Dr. Ma. Thank you so much for all the inspirations from everybody. I'm so grateful. I'm a living witness of Superlife STC30 and the rest of the products. In fact, let me give you a very recent testimony. For about 3 weeks now, I've been very busy back to back, in and out of Lagos, you know, and then I haven't had stroke for now almost 6 years. But I mean, before it was last year, I met with STC March, precisely in March, and I can tell you that I am so healthy, I'm so looking younger. In fact, somebody still complimented me today. And talking about stress, I haven't gone through so much recently. I've been so stressed, extremely stressed. There was the day I took my vaccine, I didn't even lie down. This is a vaccine that everybody is scared of, being sick, being hungry, being sleepy, being tired, feeling like they have malaria, fever, and so. I took it, in fact, the night before I didn't have enough rest. What I made sure, the morning I took STC before I went to take it. I got back home, ate, and I took another STC. Though I took paracetamol, the analgesic once, I can tell you that I didn't take the next day, I didn't fall sick. I am still as healthy as a horse. In fact, the next day, Thursday, I traveled. Remember, I did not sleep from Wednesday to the next day. I learned from Dr. Ma, just keep, throwing in your STC when you have so much. I remember Dr. Ma would say, I took STC 3 times because I had to go to several places. So that is at the back of my mind. In the morning, I took it, in the afternoon, I got to my venue, I was busy until the next day. I will tell you, I did not sleep until midnight the next day, but STC kept me, I wasn't stressed, I wasn't sick, I was floating, in fact, somebody said to me, when they saw me jumping around, the man said he was wondering where I got the energy from. I told him I got it from STC30. I'm not advising that people don't sleep. Sleep is very, 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 very important because I noticed that now that I sleep well, I really sleep deep and have like they say, a deep sleep is very important. And STC30 has earned me that deep sleep. And the coffee, oh my God, that coffee is like a sleeping tablet. I take it at night. I used to take it during the day. I now take it at night before I go to bed. It doesn't allow me to even do anything. I just sleep off. My family will laugh at me. So if you're having issues with sleep, I advise you to take our golden coffee. It is awesome. It is got, combination of STC30 and coffee is awesome. And then remember that I had stroke. So I combined my STC30 with SNC. And then it actually worked wonders. And while I was very sick, I'm diabetic, and being diabetic, like Dr. Ma said, you need to sweat. When you sweat, you shed off the salt and the sugar. When I was suffering from stroke until last year, I would sit in one place. So when I go to the toilet, because I've accumulated sugar, I develop pile. So when I'm going to the toilet, no matter how soft the waist is, I still feel pain because they're all swollen around there. I'm telling you, in few days, let me not exaggerate, let me just say like 1 week. I don't want to say, people won't believe that in few days, pile disappeared. My swollen tummy that I grew up because I'm always afraid of going to the toilet because of the pain, went down. My weight went down. I'm looking healthy. I'm so strong. I'm so fresh. Even though because I had fractures, I still use my stick once in the blue moon. Sometimes I'm not even walking with the stick. I'm holding the stick and I'm walking on my own. And I'm so energetic. And I want to encourage everyone. But there's something else Dr. Maha said. We should take the product. But honestly, if you don't take the product, if you only sell it, Dr. Maha will always tell us that the people you're talking to will know that you are lying to them. There's nothing as powerful as going through an experience of the product. It gives you so much confidence. I tell people I can beat my chest. I say it with a lot of pride and confidence that SCC 30, SNC, SIC, all our products, and I'm adding the coffee to it, they are awesome, they work. And if you're here, you want to grow your business, you need to be a testimony. You don't necessarily need to be sick to have a testimony from using our product. You'll find out that you're a more lively person, you're stronger, you're freer, you're happier. So even if it's that you're more energetic, if that's all that you have, your confidence level of the product, the company will go up, right up there. And the compensation plan is awesome. So what else do you need? Thank you, Dr. Maha. I hope I'm able to help somebody with my little testimony, which is loaded with a lot of testimonies. Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you, Laura. I know I chose the right person to give me this final closing session because you know why? Yeah. Earlier, I was talking about how to overcome normal stress, how to overcome your stress in life that sometimes comes to you without your control. But here I was talking about a lady who, from birth, she had some issues, and then she had this diabetic issues, and then she had all this stroke and all that. But she used SCC 30 faithfully. She came out from all those problems, and today she's also into the business seriously, and all the 4 products is actually helping her, and four prime products, and also our coffee. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, use it, feel it, and share it. Use the product, feel the product, and share the business. Okay, use the product, feel the product, and share the business. And that's all you do, and your stress will come down. You can cope with stress and you can enjoy your life. Superlife, life is super. I'm going to unmute all of you. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for your sharing today. I hope you all enjoyed your session. If you like what you heard today, go out there and share this with people. Superlife is not just about selling products. Superlife is more than that. Superlife is a way of life. We are changing lives globally. Okay, Superlife, life is super. Now I'm going to allow you all to unmute and say Superlife, life is super. Okay, so thank you guys. Thank you. Superlife, life is super. Let's unmute.
Hey,
Life
life
is
is super.
super.
Life is super.
Alright, I think
Life
life
is
is
super.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ma.
Superlife, life is super. Thank you so much, Dr. Ma.
Superlife, life is super. Thank you, Dr. Bye.
Life is
life
super.
Bye,
is
Rita.
Life is super.
Super, life is super. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Life
See you all
Bye.
tomorrow. Okay, Superlife, life is super. Superlife, life is super.
Life is super.
Life is super.
Bye.